In this month's Seamaster Sailing, we bring you the most beautiful race in the 2013 calendar, Sailing Arabia, the Tour. We were with the teams every step of the way during their 750 nautical miles, through 8 ports of the Arabian Peninsula. This is the story of an extraordinary and unique event. A sporting first in the Middle East. 9 teams, 15 days, 8 locations, 760 nautical miles. The boats are equally matched. Skill alone will decide who wins this challenge. European professional teams with decades of sailing experience compete against relatively new teams based in the Middle East. But in this programme, we'll see that those with the least experience deliver the most inspiring performances. A story of sporting discovery, as Grand Prix sailing makes its first tentative steps in the Middle East. This film will share the behind-the-scenes endeavours of sailors pushed to the limits and beyond, as they face strong winds, long legs and unforeseen challenges in their bid for a podium place. Amouage Marina, Bahrain, 10th of February 2013. Some of the world's greatest sailors are getting ready to take part in the 3rd edition of the EFG Bank Sailing Arabia, the Tour, organised by Oman Sail.
So many America's Cup or Volvo Ocean Race or what else, or around the world race.
Okay, thank you for making this happen.
This circuit has attracted hugely experienced sailors, proving that the Gulf has an important place in the international sailing circuit. But this race is not just about European sailing superstars. Arab countries with strong maritime traditions are now competing on equal footing with more established sailors. Oman has 3 entries: Team Renaissance, the Royal Navy of Oman, and the first Arab women's sailing team, Al Thuraya Bank Muscat. The women are skippered by Dee Kafari, the first woman to sail single-handedly both ways around the world.
We're here now with the girls in Oman, not only changing people's perceptions of Arab women, but I'm hoping to teach these girls that they work hard, they commit to it and develop the skills so they could be tactically clever on the water and sometimes beat the boys.
A little over a year ago, these women had never been in the water before. They had to be taught to swim, let alone sail. They are the stars of the Oman Sail Women's Sailing Programme that aims to teach women to sail, an important part of Oman's heritage.
At the first I was so afraid because alone in the sea, alone in the dinghy, but every day I get the confidence in the water.
We never knew about sailing before, and going to the big competition, big event like Assad, we've been challenged with other guys who did a lot of sailing, who have experience for the long time. It's so awesome.
Now, just months on, they're competing on equal footing alongside sailing superstars in this high-profile Grand Prix international sailing event. The nerves are running high. 24-year-old Adil Khaled of Team Abu Dhabi is leading the first all-Emirati crew.
From scratch, we started like from last month. It's like 1 month we did full crew. We brought a boat and we put the team together, and we are here, and tomorrow there will be the start and off we gotta go.
Confident now, this team is just days from an intense sailing challenge that will push them to the edge. This race, the Gulf's only offshore sailing event, is a huge challenge for all the less experienced sailors, like this youth team, Messe Frankfurt.
Racing against people like Dee Kafari, Sydney Gavinet, Cedric Poulinet is fantastic. They have a lot of experience in the race, and as a youth team we sort of come in and we're trying to take them on, but at the same time trying to learn from them. We're a team from Plymouth University and we're hoping to make a mark on the race.
This is the 3rd edition of EFG Bank Sailing Arabia, the Tour. It will take the sailors on a 15-day voyage through the beautiful waters of the Gulf. Between Bahrain and the final stop in Muscat in Oman, home to the event organisers Oman Sail. The teams will stop in 8 cities, with in-port races planned in 4 stops. Sailing veterans, youngsters out to prove themselves, those overcoming their fears of their first ever ocean adventure, they all share the same dream, a place in the top 3. After months of anticipation and preparation, the race is finally on. Next stop, Qatar. Sydney Gavinier, skipper of EFG Bank Monaco, is off to a good start.
So we're on leg 1. We're something like 12 miles from the finish.
As morning comes, the boats arrive in Doha. The all-women team, Al Thuraya Bank Muscat, remain optimistic despite their 7th place.
We are satisfied and we are looking for the next leg, and we hope we're going to achieve good places.
After the prize giving at the Pearl Qatar Marina, the sailors prepare for the most grueling leg of the race, from Doha to Abu Dhabi.
Well, this leg's not only the longest, but it's looking like it's going to have a really good forecast, fast downwind sailing. There's loads of things to keep everybody occupied. We have to avoid islands, oil rigs, there's lots of buoys to find, and in the night we've got to get the right flashing lights. So it's going to be busy, keep everyone involved, and it should be a fun leg.
You is 100. You have to have me in 100. 3, 2, 1, me.
The longest leg of the tour starts. It's a far cry from the first leg. Conditions are intensely challenging as the winds reach 20 knots. The boats are on the edge of control, heeling over and broaching, when Renaissance team and the Dutch students aboard TU Delft hit a sandbank. All the teams have to remain constantly on high alert to avoid hazards as they race into the night. Later that night, disaster strikes.
The race committee has to leave the area to assist Team Abu Dhabi. So make your course, make your course. 0.
Team Abu Dhabi has run aground.
1 meter underneath my boat on the top of the hull. We're leaning to on the port side. We have no way of getting off.
The highly experienced race committee know exactly what to do.
I will make a mayday relay, and see who can come by a helicopter. Yeah.
112.
Yes.
53.
Yes.
04.
Suddenly we lose our steering.
Yes.
We didn't have rudder anymore, we couldn't steer the boat anymore.
The night ends with Abu Dhabi Ocean Racing stranded and a complex rescue mission underway. Hungry and exhausted, after 18 grueling hours and 159 miles in challenging conditions, the teams who have made it back to Abu Dhabi International Marine Sailing Club are relieved to be on dry land. But everyone is waiting for news of Team Abu Dhabi, still stranded 73 miles from the finish. A difficult 5-hour rescue was organised by the world-class race management team. The Team Abu Dhabi sailors were helicoptered to safety and their boat towed in.
And start drifting all the way to the rocks. I know, like, what we can do. We start the engine, we did our best, we throw the anchor and nothing held on, and the anchor went off the rope, smashed off, and we smashed the rocks. No, everything was fine. We pulled the boat out and we tried to come back in the race. We tried our best.
Abu Dhabi provided a magnificent backdrop for the inshore race, one of 3 in the tour. School children came to share in the excitement as the boats raced close to the shoreline of the city, so full of architectural gems.
Today, this event shows the potential and the promise in the youth, and their courage in reigniting the maritime heritage and the traditions in a modern way, with a modern fleet of boats.
The crews were treated to a spectacular sunrise over Abu Dhabi's beautiful skyline as they set off for Dubai's offshore sailing club. The teams had company in the clear blue waters for much of this 76-mile leg. Bertrand Passet and his team aboard Team AISM were beginning to dominate the race, much to the frustration of the other heavyweights, BAE Systems and EFG Bank Monaco. This is the first time the event has stopped in Dubai. It's a short but highly nourishing stopover. The leg between Dubai and Ras Al Khaimah is a good one for the youth team Messe Frankfurt. The identical boats travelling at identical speeds mean that even the underdogs have a chance to shine.
Beat people like Cedric and Sydney, which is always good for the team, and we had a little bit of a lift after we didn't do so well on the previous leg.
The Omanis were excited to be sailing towards home waters when they left the Al Hamra Marina in Ras Al Khaimah for the second longest leg of the race the next morning. The scenery was absolutely stunning as they went past the dramatic brown mountains of Oman's Musandam Peninsula, one of the most spectacular stretches of sailing in the world. It was not all plain sailing. Even in an intense offshore race, there are moments when the wind drops.
Give us a push. Come on, go on, go on.
But this inventive bunch found ways to keep themselves amused.
They have longer arms, I think.
Let's talk about la 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 la.
Oh no, behind you, watch out!
La 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 la.
Quick, quick, quick! It's an emergency!
Let's go!
Love is sweet tea, love is a mop. Love is wild, sweet stuff to your pockets.
Yeah, I'm the winner.
Safety first, ladies, safety first.
There was even the chance for a spot of shopping.
Sailing Arabia as a tour is not only sailing, which is important to understand.
Let's talk about me. Let's talk about love.
The wind picked up and the race resumed. But 200 metres from the finish line, Sidney Gavinier and his team aboard EFG Bank Monaco were thwarted by an unexpected challenge when they became entangled with a fishing pot.
It was challenging because we went through an intense net area. For 3 of them, we just went in the net and totally stopped, with the spinnaker flogging.
Team AISM are now in an almost unassailable place at the top of the leaderboard. On this leg too, a podium place has slipped through the girls' fingers. But spirits are high as they're getting better every day.
To reach here in the 4th place, it's a big achievement, and we are waiting for the next 2 races, and we hope that we're going to do more and we're going to achieve 1st place. Who knows that?
After 5 long and challenging lengths, the teams are in need of some R&R to regain their strength. In spectacular Ziggy Bay, home to the Six Senses Resort, the teams relax, recuperate and refuel their bodies enjoying the unparalleled Omani hospitality and breathtaking surroundings. Before long, everyone is feeling very relaxed. With only 2 legs to go, it's a refreshed fleet that head off for their second Omani stop, Musana Marina. Most of the fleet take the same course, but the Dutch team, TU Delft, take the risky tactic of heading inshore. It's a gamble that pays off.
There was lack of wind, and we chose the side of the land to go there and to find some land breeze over there, and it worked.
They pulled off a stunning victory. Finishing over an hour ahead of the nearest rival and bringing this team of students solidly into 4th place, behind the 3 professional teams as they arrive in Masana, one of the best sailing venues in the world.
Well, Sydney Gavin won the Volvo, Cedric, Neil McDonald, Dee Kafari, and we are just students.
Another beautiful dawn on the stunning waters of the Arabian Gulf, on the final day of sailing in this 15-day event. The fleet is back up to full strength, with Adil Khaled and his team Abu Dhabi finally back in the race following their grounding and helicopter rescue of leg 2.
Today, hopefully, we will be ready for the race and we'll try our best to achieve our goals, to finish the race like we started before.
This has been a tough race for all the sailors, particularly for the all-female team Al Thuraya Bank Muscat.
Only 5 hours. I reach home and I see my family and my friend there, and we hope inshallah this leg at least 4th, 3rd, 2nd, maybe 1st, why not?
The 9 world-class crews and the host of elite sailors race home to the Wave in Muscat, home of Oman Sail. Dubai-based team AISM sailed to victory in this last leg. It's a fitting end to this showcase endurance race that French America's Cup helmsman Bertrand Passet and his crew win. They've won 5 out of 7 legs and have constantly dominated the event. But it's about more than winning in this race. Having taken non-sailors offshore for the first time, Dee Kafari, whose solo career has revolved around breaking records, sees the 7th place of the girls' team as a positive result.
The development we've seen from leg 1 to this final leg even is getting comments from some of the more professional crews, and I just really want the girls to realise how proud they can be of their performance.
The youth teams are delighted to have made it to the end alongside their sporting heroes.
We've shown people how we can be part of the sport at the same level as they can, and all of the boys have done extremely well, and we're looking forward to the tour next year with them.
In the 3rd place, can I please call upon the team representing Monaco and our title sponsor, EFG Bank. In the 2nd place, Omani team, PAE Systems. In the 1st place, ladies and gentlemen, once again I call upon TAISM representing Dubai, winner of overall series.
I am very happy to see Oman Sail and the Sultanate of Oman hosting this edition. And we wish for more of these activities and events that help highlight the friendly ties across various nations and civilizations.
Spirits were high, even for those who didn't come in the top 3. "15 days, 760 nautical miles, 8 stopovers, 4 countries. This epic adventure has inspired, challenged, and amazed all who've taken part.
Very big pleasure, very good experience that I would recommend to any sailor.
There have been highs and lows, laughter and physical trials, surprises and disappointments.
Mayday relay.
This gripping event has established the Gulf in the Grand Prix sailing world and has attracted big sailing names. But perhaps more significantly, it has been dominated by the up-and-coming Arabian sailors who herald from nations with a strong maritime heritage. The breathtaking beauty of the perfect waters of the Gulf, the majesty of the stopovers, the quality of the sailing has beguiled all who took part in this, the third edition of EFG Bank Sailing Arabia, the Tour. In other news, Francesco Bruni's team ended up in a head-to-head with Ben Ainsley in the Argo Gold Cup. Initially, Bruni's Italian team put 2 points on the board. Then Ainsley looked like he was going to make another sailing comeback, but Bruni sailed Ainsley into the light winds, stayed ahead, and for the first time in the Argo Group Gold Cup's 76-year history, it had an Italian winner. In next month's Seamaster Sailing, we travel the globe, starting in Florianopolis, Brazil for the Extreme Sailing Series finale, then to Lanzarote, where it hosts the RC44 Tour Championships decider. We move over to Qingdao, China, which kicks off the 2013-2014 ISAF World Cup. And finally, we're in the Middle East, where Muscat, Oman hosts the ISAF Rolex World Sailor of the Year Awards.